For NASCAR, and we saw in the last race that was won by Carl Edwards how really this sport is more a team sport maybe than people realize. So we say a quarterback leads the NFL. The driver's the face of a team, but really it starts back at the shop, into the pits. And Michael, is that more important than ever before, every second, every crew member working together?
It's definitely more important than ever, Chris, because things are so tight. The competition is so close. You make one little slip, you're not going to lose 3 or 4 spots on pit road. You're going to lose 15 or 20, and you just can't race your way back through that many cars because they're all so fast and so competitive. So you give up the ground early in the race, you spend the rest of the day trying to make it up.
Yeah, you can look throughout the field a lot of times, and 1 to 20th position may only be separated by 0.2 of a second. So if you make mistakes on pit road, that just exacerbates that. You have to be very efficient in this sport.
And even the best pit crews are going to, I mean, we're all human, right? They're going to have imperfect moments.
Yeah, drivers have imperfect moments. I mean, and Michael can tell you, there's times when you're at Talladega or Daytona, you cannot get in the right lane. You're always in the wrong lane. It's like driving down the interstate. So drivers make mistakes. They get in the wall, they crash, they do things, and you never hear the crew badmouth them or say stuff about them. But you always hear it the other way because we look at this as a driver's sport. But it's not a driver's sport. It is a team sport. And you're talking to 2 owners here, from the marketing department to the owners to the people that hire to the people that fire to the people that lay out. It goes all the way back. I used to tell our guys at the shop, at the time it took 21 days to build a race car, okay, from start to finish. You go to the racetrack, you got 2 hours of practice, qualifying, and then another hour of practice. I'm not a good enough driver to save your ass if you can't get it right in those first 21 days.
Yeah.
It takes a whole team to get you to that point.
That's right.
And there's no driver that's good enough to carry it.
21 days to put it, you can wreck it in 21 minutes or less in some cases. But for fans watching out there, pit crews, then we know about drivers who were the big names and successful. Do we assume that Jimmy Johnson has the best pit crew because he's had such success, or are there other pit crews that maybe they haven't meshed quite with their drivers?
Well, he stole Jeff Gordon's team last year, so he must not.
Well, they swapped. That was part of an overall swap.
Well, I think good pit crews, stand out when someone's winning a championship or winning a lot of races. I think we are able to look at them because they are on the spot, like Kyle said earlier in the show. So I think they get an opportunity to shine, but not necessarily. It doesn't necessarily mean they are the best.
Okay.
They're a part of the best team at that point in time, just like sticking ball sports, just like being on the best basketball team or baseball team that wins a championship.
It's so fun to see these drivers come into the pit, though, and things go right. They pick up a spot or 2. They're the team's biggest cheerleaders. Yeah. They come in, things go wrong, and they lose a spot or 2. You think the whole world is going to end, and that just people need to understand as a driver how frustrating things get and how intense it is, and the only thing you have in your control to express that frustration is a button. Yeah. Right. And you push that button and you say words that you would never say sitting next to somebody,
That's right.
Yeah, and we play those words on our show. Whatever.
Yeah.
Yes, we do.
Yes.
Thank you.
In a fun way. Should a driver, I guess his temperament, they have to know each other, the crew, right?
Yeah.
If one guy's a kind of a loudmouth, if another guy's mild-mannered, you understand each other.
Yeah, you do understand stuff. And I know Michael's had that relationship. You've probably had that relationship with coaches. It's body language, it's tone. It's not so much the words sometimes, it's how you say them and what you don't say that really transfers what you really feel. So, nobody holds a grudge. Come Monday morning, everybody moves on.
It had a great effect on Vegas, and we'll see how it plays out in the bigger picture for the championship. For Michael Waltrip and Brad Doherty and Kyle Petty, I'm Chris Myers. Join us when you can for
Inside NASCAR
on Showtime.
I'm Jimmy Johnson. You haven't really seen the race until you watch Inside NASCAR.
Inside NASCAR, all new Wednesdays at 9, 8 Central.